In today's Farm Report, the EPA's indecision on the renewable fuel standard is causing prices for corn to drop and some ethanol plants to close. This according to some corn growers. AgriPulse's Jeff Nally has more.
National Corn Growers Association President Chip Bowling says the EPA's proposal to lower volume requirements for corn-based ethanol under the renewable fuel standard is responsible for lowering farm income. The Maryland farmer says it's a substantial shortfall.
By the EPA lowering the renewable volumes and messing with the RFS, it was affecting farm income by about 26% in this country, and the RFS was designed to grind and use corn to promote and produce renewable fuel in this country, and it was doing that. And just by the uncertainty of the rule with the RVO, our prices had dropped.
Bowling says the EPA's proposal threatens to reduce demand for corn, further pressuring corn prices.
If they're going to lower the amount of corn that we're going to use to produce ethanol, and if our trade right now is somewhat flat, and our livestock feed is somewhat flat, although it's coming up, we were looking for that next thing to use our product. And if they're going to tinker with that and cut it back, then yeah, they're directly responsible for lowering the price of corn to where it is now, to below $4, which for most farmers is below cost of production.
Bowling says the impact on farm income has been seen nationwide and in his own region.
We've got an ethanol plant in Richmond, Virginia, which is about 70 miles south of me, where I have been sending corn that closed about 3 weeks ago. And that the next day affected the basis for a 150-mile radius for corn farmers in this area. So, you don't have to talk about me to what that means to a farmer. I mean, we had a 50-cent drop in price overnight.
Bowling says the EPA's reduced volume proposal has stalled proposed growth in the cellulosic ethanol industry.
Why would somebody invest in the next step of ethanol, which we're all trying to get there? Why would you invest in something that the main driver, which is corn ethanol, is being threatened? I mean, it's just, it wouldn't make good business sense.
The National Corn Growers Association says nearly $14 billion in proposed ethanol industry expansion has been on hold due to the EPA's delay in ethanol volume targets. An announcement from the agency is expected by the end of November. For AgriPulse, I'm Jeff Nally.
National Rural Cooperative Month promotes the importance of the cooperative business model in not only rural communities, but America's economy as well.
The net incomes from co-ops increased this year 16.5% to $6.5 billion.
Generating almost $247 billion with a B dollars in total revenue in 2014, according to USDA Rural Business Cooperative Service Acting Administrator Sam Rickers. And while most people may associate cooperatives with agricultural business, Rickers says credit unions are just one of many examples of a cooperative that is part of the local community, whether urban or rural.
Here at the Rural Business Cooperative Service, we work not only with rural ag cooperatives, but with other types of cooperatives based in rural America.
USDA Rural Development and Rural Business Cooperative Service support of cooperatives include grants and loans, educational support and technical assistance, and community development programs. I'm Rod Bain reporting for the U.S. Department of Agriculture in Washington, D.C.